This lesson is all about plucking hand placement and how you can create different tones just by moving that hand through different places. So I'm going to give you a funk groove, a blues groove, and a rock groove, and I'll show you 3 different places that you can play. So the first one is a sort of funky G Dorian based groove, and what I was doing was I was playing right over the bridge pickup. Now even if you don't have a bridge pickup, it will still sound quite good. So look, here's the groove. So we've got G's, that's 3rd fret of the E string. And that's an E and F, 2nd and 3rd frets of the D string. And immediately after that there's a B flat. I'm playing that 1st finger on the 1st fret of the A string. Now going back to that G, you may see here I'm using my 3rd finger, my 4th finger for that 3rd fret note, which is absolutely fine. Use your 3rd if you want though. So G, G, E, F, B flat. That's the whole line. Now all those fills that I was doing in the intro, I was basing that around G Dorian or G minor pentatonic. That's not what this lesson's about, but just if you do want to add something in extra, those notes sound really good. I might do a separate lesson actually, just entirely on how to create some cool fills and lines around something like that original line. By the way, all 3 of these lines are from my book, Complete Fingerstyle Bass Technique, so if you're interested in that, I'll put a link below. But by plucking closer to that bridge, you get this tight percussive sound. Jaco Pastorius used to play quite exclusively towards that end of the bass. If you have a bridge pickup like I do, currently I've got this PJ configuration set to both pickups fully on. But if I back towards the bridge pickup, I can get even more of that sound. You know, obviously very good for funk. It sounds good for that style of music, but you put it back. If I play somewhere around here, you can do, but it just doesn't have that tone that I want to create. Let's move on to the second example. This is a kind of jazz blues type example, and I'm going to play right where the fretboard ends. You can get a bit more of a round, warm tone, which is very good for walking bass, like this. There are no hard and fast rules. If you want to play funky bass line and you want to play here, do it. Same with a walking bass line. If you want to play further here, then do that. There isn't a rule to do this. It's more just try these out for yourself, and it's just going to give you more options. But do you hear how the tone is perhaps a little bit fuller, a little bit more low end? You know, for me, I wouldn't really personally want to be playing that sort of a line right at the back here. Just quickly before I go on, there's another technique you can use for walking bass that sounds really good, kind of to simulate the sound of a double bass, and that's palm muting, where you put the fleshy part of your palm touching the strings where the bridge is at the back here. And you pluck with your thumb. The last example I'm going to give you is more of a rock tone. Someone I really like is Geddy Lee, and you can hear his playing, and when you're watching him on YouTube, you can see that he's digging in a little bit more. You know, the fingers are coming from a greater height to get a little bit more aggression. That's the name of the game for this sort of style. So this is the example. Now, by coming from more of a distance, and this time the angle of my finger is slightly different. I'm actually sort of slapping the string almost into the fretboard to get more of the string hitting against that fret I think it works for this style, and it certainly wouldn't work for that previous blues example. But I'm right in the middle here. So the first example was towards the bridge, then we were right over the neck, and now I'm somewhere in the middle. Now, apart from demonstrating putting that back pickup, emphasizing that back pickup, I haven't changed what I'm doing with the pickups on my bass, but of course you can. So if I solo the P bass pickup here, I might decide that's, in a song, if I was going for that I might want to do that. But really the point of this lesson is that you really can change things quite drastically by where you're plucking. And there is just a whole range of things you can do. And it's just 3 examples I've given you. And don't forget, you can check out the book if you want the examples and loads more bass techniques in that book. But those are just 3 examples, and really you can play anywhere in between this, and you don't have to stick to that style for funk, that style for walking. You can just do whatever you like, really. It's just all about giving you a few more ideas. I hope you enjoyed that really quick lesson. If you do want me to do a lesson on that funk one and some of the fills, which I didn't really get time to do in this lesson, please let me know below. Otherwise, do check out that book. I'll put a link below. It starts off very basic, to be honest. If you're a beginner, you'll enjoy it because it starts off easy and then it takes you kind of towards more advanced techniques, hammer-ons, pull-offs, all the good stuff. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you next time.